There we are. I mean, here we are.
In person. Together.
Together again.
Together again.
Well, this is getting a lot of reflection from my goal.
Let me just say this. I'm going to start the show with this.
What's that?
I drive into Curt's driveway, and I think that you are up because the light is on in the room where we record.
Yes.
And I go to knock on the door. The door's not unlocked because usually you unlock the door for me. I just walk right in. The door is locked. I am texting you. I am calling you. Nothing. So I go in my car and I start to do our little show prep. And the light where we record goes off. And I'm like, dun, dun, dun.
I have no idea what's going on in my very own house at this point. I just know.
Anyway, here we are. I just thought it was very funny. I'm like, it is 5:15 in the morning. Why aren't you up, Curt Cruz?
I can answer that question easily. Why would I be up? Well, It is Curt and Jen in the morning. This is our podcast. Thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Love to have you follow, like, subscribe, all those things.
They go a long way. I need to stress the importance of that. It's very easy. Just click the little button, the little button that says, I'll subscribe, I'll like. It's everything that we're asking you to do is totally free. It just helps us with engagement and hopefully getting the word out about us.
And don't be as scared that you're going to get on some goofy list somewhere because we don't do that.
We don't do that.
Yet. We're not going to ever do that. All right. So for today, the new Beetlejuice movie is coming out, and people are asking, why aren't the Maitlands? Remember, that was Gina Davis and Alec Baldwin from the first. Why aren't they in the new Beetlejuice?
I can't wait to find out.
You may be condescending as well. This is not you, Jen. Well, maybe it is.
I am. I saw this, and I am.
You may be condescending.
And I don't mean to be.
And not even know it.
Sorry.
There's that. What about this next one? The U.S. Surgeon General has issued a warning that parenting can be harmful to your mental health.
Duh.
Okay.
That's from the land of duh.
And the top questions people are asking about birth order again. Are you the oldest? Are you the middle child? Are you the youngest?
These are funny questions that people Google about their birth order.
Right. And so I mean, whether they're true or not, this is going to say, oh, I thought that too. I thought, hey, I'm the oldest, and how come this? It's a jip.
Okay, well, we'll see more about it.
All right.
Post Malone is the first person in history to have a number one album on the country, rap, and rock charts.
I don't know how you managed to do that, but Post has done it. His new album, it's I think this is the kind of country one. It's called F1 Trillion. And that's
his latest, right? That's his
new album, yes. Yeah. So how did it work out? He has had, so that is, okay, this is not at the same time, I guess.
No, not at the same time. Just he's had one on country. He's had a number one on the rap charts. He's had a number one on the rock charts.
Got it. The rock album, that Austin album, and then he's had 3 rap albums, Stoney, Beer Bongs and Bentleys, and Hollywood's Bleeding. So.
Do you like Post Malone?
Actually, yes. I'm not saying that, oh my God, actually I do, but...
he's talented, yeah? I mean, clearly, he's making music that's... When he first came along,
it's like, here's this dude with his face is all tattooed up. And
the whole thing.
And all I was doing was rap, and I was like, but he actually is very talented, you're right.
Yeah.
And people seem to like working with him.
There is a video that's gone viral, and I have to mention this because I had an physical reaction to it as well. It's a viral video of a woman that is uncovering her jet ski for the first time for the season.
Right.
And there are snakes in it. Mm-hmm. I mean, she starts to undo the cover and a snake pops out, slithers out. Slithers out. And then she's like freaking out, of course. And then she goes to the front of the jet ski and uses a rake this time. More snakes. There's multiple snakes. Now, here's the thing about this whole story is that the snakes then go into the water.
Yep.
Right? And she's going to jet ski in that water? No.
Did you not know that there were snakes in water?
No. Curt, I didn't.
Yes. Well, first of all, we don't...
In all waters?
No, not in water. We don't have water snakes in...
I don't like it.
In Western Washington, we don't have as many. Or actually, where we are right here, that's a little... We're sort of sandwiched in the Seattle area between... you got the Olympic Mountains on one side, and you got the Cascades on the other, and so this sort of... Anyway, we don't have any... Really, other than little garter snakes, I don't think we have any snakes in our area.
But when you get on the east side, I know there's rattlesnakes.
Yeah. So,
but in the water, though, I don't know where it was. Don't ask me any more questions. I just wanted to mention it. You should try to look it up. It's Okay, that is all. I don't know any more answers. I don't know where it was.
I'm assuming it was in the South. I was going to say, I'm assuming in the South somewhere.
Yeah.
Let's get to the new Beetlejuice, which I cannot wait to see. It's on September, is it 9th? That sounds right. And Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis are not in this one. And director Tim Burton has a reason why. He said basically he had a story in mind that did not involve the Maitland characters, right? He didn't want to just shoehorn them into this movie for the sake of it. However, that leaves us to how do they finally get out of the house, right? Because they were trapped there forever.
I wonder. How do they?
Apparently, he says the sequel will explain how the characters found a loophole in the, I don't know, time-space continuum or something, and they got to leave the house.
Oh, you have it right here. September 6th.
Friday, September 6th is when it's coming out.
I'm kind of excited to see that because I just saw the musical on the Broadway musical, and it was real good.
Yeah.
It was real good.
Don't worry about the Maitlands. They're fine. They're just not in the movie because they weren't part of the screenplay or whatever.
I'm kind of bummed. It would have been fun to have both of them in that, don't you think?
And I wonder, there's one side of me that says, maybe they just couldn't come to terms about money.
Do you think?
Well, that's what it came down to with in the new Inside Out 2. The reason that there are different voices for they didn't bring back a couple of people from the first one.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
I think it was Bill Hader was one of the voices, and he's not in the second one. They've got somebody else, and also Mindy Kaling, who I think was discussed, and she didn't come back, and it was money. But I read up on this, and it turns out that Amy Poehler, the character of Joy in Inside Out,
she's my favorite.
Yeah, she was getting $5 million for the sequel. $5 million.
Okay.
The other characters with the voices, $100,000 each.
Okay.
So that wasn't great.
All right. I get it.
Maybe they don't have as big of a part as Joy, but they certainly are. They shouldn't be getting whatever that is, 1/100th of the salary.
Seriously. Okay.
That's what happened there.
McDonald's chicken Big Mac. Mm-hmm. Curt, tell me more.
I had heard rumors. Of this,
in the fast food world.
Of this chicken Big Mac. Well, apparently it's very popular elsewhere.
Oh, wait, it exists other places?
Yes. I'll start the story here. Aside from a very limited test run in the United States in 2022, McDonald's has not given its American customers the chance to sample its wildly popular chicken Big Mac. So in order to be wildly popular, it has to be in
elsewhere.
Other places. And I think it is in the UK and Europe and whatever.
Well, that's a jip.
So
that sucks.
You know what? We're going to get in trouble for jip because I said it and you said it, and we're not supposed to use that word.
We aren't? Is that offensive?
I believe it's short, or it refers to gypsy as being. I'm just saying.
I'm so sorry. I never even knew.
I just recently found out this as well. We suck. So
okay.
We'll work on that. Back to the story. Earlier this month, there's a food blogger who reported that Chicken Big Mac was available at 2 McDonald's restaurants in Miami and in Homestead, Florida, to sort of check it out, I guess. And if it works, it's going to be available.
So we're relying on Floridians to make this a thing?
That might be.
Oh, for crying! You better call your family up.
Let's see what's going on. Have you had this?
You call them and tell them to go buy many.
Well, here's the thing: if you want to try the Chicken Big Mac, it's easy to. There's a DIY way. Do you know what that is?
Do it yourself.
Well.
You mean, do I know how to
Yes, I'm going to tell you.
A Chicken Big Mac? Yeah, you get 3. Let me see.
You get a Big Mac.
All chicken patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. That's how you DIY it. DIY it.
That's the one. You have to buy a Big Mac and 2 McChicken sandwiches, take the beef patties off the Big Mac, put the chicken in there, and then you can see what it tastes like at the low price.
That's expensive. Yeah. $400 US because fast food's expensive now.
I want to try the Chicken Big Mac. So
I feel really bad that I said a word that's not acceptable anymore. I had no idea.
I've known better. This goes way back to when I was in high school is when I found out because Mr. Anthony, who was our social studies teacher, he mentioned, he's like, you guys, jip that's not great to say. So I know we're finding these things out 30 years later.
Well, so that's not acceptable, but Hawk Tuah girl, these things are acceptable. I just want to bring this up because she was in the news for her Hawk Tuah comment
Why don't
about.
You explain that? You got to go back for people that don't know who the hell.
I'm trying right now to explain,
go.
but I'm trying to do it nicely. Mm-hmm. She was being interviewed by someone random on the street, right? Mm-hmm. It was a random person. Yes. That posted this on social, and then it was like all the rage. She was explaining about, what did she even get asked?
You dug this hole. Go for it.
Okay, so she uses spit when she is doing things with a partner down below in the southern regions.
There you go.
Is that good enough? Okay, we'll so out. Anyway, it was all the rage. Like, it was crazy.
Tuah. That's what she said.
Yeah.
That's how you spit, basically.
Well, so now she's come out with her new...
no. Go ahead. I just read this.
Her new thing now, her new quote is, "What's good for the whole isn't always good for the soul." The end. Yeti is auctioning off a Coffin ice cooler for Halloween, and it's really cool. And there's only one of them that exists. And I, as a marketing person, I think this is brilliant because
it is pretty cool. What is Yeti known for? Like their
coolers. They're right. Mega coolers. And they're really good
and pricey,
and very, very pricey. But
that's Yeti.
Liquid Death, which is an energy drink.
Oh yeah.
Bottled water brand. I mean, it's an energy drink, right? Okay. Liquid Death. I'm pretty sure. Now I need to look that up. Shoot.
Do you want me to keep going while you look that up?
Yeah. What are they doing?
Yeti teamed up with the bottled water brand. It says right there, bottled water brand.
I know,
Liquid
but I thought
Death.
that they were more than bottled water.
They made an ice cooler that looks like a casket. It's actually about the size of a casket, too, not like a little
It's one. Real. No, it is full size. It's full size.
Life-sized?
Yeah.
Other than two small logos on the front, it looks just like the real thing, but it's insulated and lined with their triple foam cold cell technology. And this, they say it's big enough to hold 378 beers, which it jokingly says just enough to get you and one friend through Labor Day weekend. But is it also designed to keep a body cold? Are they going to bury people in these things?
They sell, no, but you could if you wanted. Okay, they say that it's a brand of non-alcoholic beverages that sells water, sparkling water, and iced tea in aluminum cans. Okay,
Liquid Death. The bad news about this is you're saying, hey, that sounds cool. I'd like to have a Coffin made by Yeti that keeps all these drinks cold.
Well, you can.
Yes, there's only one?
That's what I was saying. There's only one of these made.
The auction is going on. I guess the sale ends tomorrow.
Yeah.
And last check, the top bid was around $30,000.
$30,000 because it's one of a kind. So some rich person, I mean, why not? It's pretty
rich
cool.
People.
Go look it up. But here's the thing: as a marketer, Liquid Death, a Coffin in time for Halloween.
That's pretty good.
Yes, way to go, Liquid Death. That's awesome. And I'm going to try Liquid Death now because I really thought it was like a Monster energy drink.
Well, based on the name, you'd think it's like, oh, this is going to be
like caffeine and all the things. And Liquid Death, hydration does not kill you; it keeps you alive.
Yeah, but Liquid Life was not as cool of a name. Here's what we were talking about earlier about, hey, you may be a condescending person. Well, you're not a condescending person. You may be saying things that are condescending without realizing it.
Yeah, common phrases you may not realize are condescending.
So even though we strive, obviously, to be compassionate in our communications with people, sometimes we fall short and we use words that we shouldn't.
I know, and I had no idea. I had no idea.
So when you called to yell us about you, that we didn't know. But
okay. So the first one?
Common phrases you may not realize are condescending.
How cute. How cute. Yeah. My teenage daughter says, that's cute. That's cute, Mom. When it's really not. It's opposite.
Yeah. And some of it has to do with the tone in which you say that.
For like, sure. It's all cute. Tone. It's all different. About tone. So how cute is other variations include, that's sweet, or the southern, well, bless your heart.
Yes. That does sound condescending the way we said it. How about...
let me do this one. Well, actually...
Go
ahead.
It may as well be, well, actually... I'm smarter than you, is what it sounds like you're saying, right? Well, they're referring to this as the mansplaining, right?
What is mansplaining?
You've never heard that?
I mean, I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
If I, in this case, being a dude, and you said something, and I, if I was like, when you mow the lawn, you have to make sure that you do it in straight lines, one down and then one back and then one this way. You'd be like, yes, of course I know that. Don't mansplain to me, man.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
All right. So
will actually is considered condescending, depending on how you say it.
It's when you
I don't even think you can say that one nicely.
You can't. It says here when you explain something to somebody that they either already are an expert in or they don't really need to have explained to them that they clearly know.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
That's the second one. Third of how you may be saying condescending things and not know it. Well, you're trying your best.
I mean, here's the thing. The tone behind it is super important here because I think with my children, I'll say, you know what? You're trying your best. It's okay. That's way different than you're trying your best.
I don't know. I don't know if you can get away with, well, you're trying your best. It still sounds
that's what counts is that you're trying your best.
Right.
Is that condescending?
Well, maybe if not to your, 5-year-old or your 10-year-old. But
I'd probably not say that. I'd probably be like, we're in it to win it, so get out there and go.
That's right. If you said to me, well, you're trying your best, I think that...
Well, for you, it would be condescending for sure.
No question. How about...
I'm guilty of this one. You just need to do this.
We used to joke about this at the radio station when we were back on the air, that people would call and say, you know what you need to do? You just need to do this. It's like, really? Yeah, you just need to... It's like, okay, you just need to go into more detail when you're talking about the traffic. Oh, okay, thank you.
I'm guilty of this one, Curt. Seriously, I am.
You just need to. So we got to watch about when we say that. How
yeah.
about, you know what? It's not that big of a deal. Whoever comes to you and they're having a hard time with something and they say, here's the thing. Like, well, it's not that big of a deal.
Oh, okay, I get it. Yes, because it is both, it's minimizing and invalidating.
At the same time.
Because it's a big deal to them at the moment. Okay.
Yeah. So watch that one. And finally,
you wouldn't understand. You wouldn't understand, Curt. You wouldn't get it. No.
Really? Yeah, you wouldn't. You wouldn't.
And then you respond with what you need to do is.
That's right. And you're going to say, well, it's not that big of a deal. You're trying your best. So those are some of the top condescending phrases that we should watch out when we use them, I guess.
So you found this. The Surgeon General warns that parents are facing dangerous levels of stress and that parenting could be bad for your mental health.
Yes. And you were like, well, duh.
I know. Seriously.
But the science and research behind it. And this is from the U.S. Surgeon General. Is it Vivek Murthy? He says he is blessed to be a father of 2, but he noted how difficult he finds parenting for himself and others. Being a dad is both the toughest and most rewarding job he's ever had. This is the part. The stresses parents and caregivers have today are being passed to children in direct and in indirect ways, impacting families and communities across America. That doesn't sound stressful yet. I know it is. I'm just saying, here we go.
It's not that big of a deal. What you need to do is.
Thanks, Dan. So the Surgeon General said 41% of parents say that they are so stressed most days they can't function.
Well, that's problematic for sure.
Right. And about half of people say their stress is completely overwhelming compared to other adults.
Well, parenting's a choice.
There you go again.
And I'm a parent. So
right. I guess
I go being condescending, right?
Like you said, I wouldn't understand, right?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about it.
What's that?
It's obviously different for everybody. And if you're really at a point where you can't function, I hope that you get some help.
Yeah.
Like I'm being genuine because there are ways to alleviate some of that stress. And it also would make you a better parent, I believe.
Yeah.
For me, it has. For me, it has.
You can't argue with that.
Putting more tools in your toolbox.
You're just excited to say genuine because it has your name in it.
Genuine.
You just got to be more genuine. And maybe then you'd understand. Maybe then. Oh my
gosh. I have to bring something up before we move on to the next topic. Are we done with this part?
I think so.
I forgot to put up, because this is headline news.
What's that?
That Glassy Baby has a new Glassy Baby coming out. It's Seahawks. It's Seahawks themed. It's the 12th year they've had a Seahawks themed one. And it's really, really great. And they're going to bring it out at 8 a.m. this morning.
So for those who don't know, Glassy Baby is a very high quality, individually handmade, what would you call it? Like
a candle holder thing.
Right. I can't believe there's none in here.
Where is one?
No, they're all downstairs.
Oh, no, there's one.
Oh, okay, there you go.
They're these beautiful things. They bring joy to the world. They light up the world in the most beautiful ways.
And they also donate some money from every sale to non-profits.
It's going to the Seahawks Women's Foundation, I think, this time. Anyway, I'm super excited about it. It's a big darn deal. If you love Glassy Babies, and even if you don't, if you like Seahawks.
It's a big darn deal.
I even have I don't have any U.S. dollars to be doing this, but you know what I still have?
U.S. dollars.
A gift card that you gave me that
right.
might pay for half of it, because if I'm thinking the way they might be thinking, they should be selling this for 1, 2, get it 12, 0, $120.
I think a lot of people that aren't familiar with Glassy Baby are saying, why isn't it just $12?
One would think that it should
They're
be.
a little more expensive.
Seriously, it's ridiculous. It's a very expensive collecting habit.
Yeah. You know what I haven't done yet is inserted any of these. Like our music in between.
Oh.
There it is.
That's nice, Curt. Thanks.
Yes. So, I'll put them back in later. How about, we were talking earlier about, we mentioned rather, birth order. And some people think that there's a lot to this, and there may be the order that you were birthed, if you're the first child or the middle child or the, I guess this is just for people with 3 children. You can still be the first or the last.
I think that,
But this is the questions that Google has been getting. You know, you're like, I'm going to find out about this. Well, Google looked up the top questions people ask about birth order.
These are funny.
Okay. We'll start with oldest first. People are asking questions about the birth order if they're the oldest.
Like, what is the oldest? Wait, are you the oldest? I can't remember.
I am.
And I'm the oldest, too.
And the question is, why is the oldest child the shortest?
It might be see, this is the thing. It might be true for some reason, but it's not clear if it really is. Studies have conflicting results. That's not proven.
Being firstborn automatically means you're going to be the shortest?
Are you the shortest in your family? Are you the tallest?
Yes.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Okay.
Why does the oldest child get blamed for everything?
The answer here is
they should know better.
Because they should know better. The question was, how about why is being the oldest so hard?
Because you get blamed for everything.
So these are the questions that people are actually asking.
Yes, on Google. Why is this?
Not only crossed their mind, they actually looked into it and tried to find out. So now if you're the middle child, these are the questions that the middle child asks or Googles the most.
Why is the middle child always hated? What? Is the middle child always hated? No. This is how you're feeling, though, right? You get this feeling, and it's like, I'm going to Google, why is this?
Yes. So just in my family, I'm the oldest. Jody is the middle child, my sister Jody, and the youngest is Terry. So we do have 3 here. And I don't think that Jody has ever said, why is the middle child always hated? Although I guess I should ask her.
You should. You should
Did
call
you ever
your
feel this
middle
way?
sister and ask her this.
Do you think you're hated?
Why is the middle child always forgotten? And then it says, refer to question 1.
And then the third question is, they Googled, why is the middle child always left out?
See question number 2.
Wow. You know, but I have heard.
Poor middle children.
I certainly have heard, I think more than anything else, people talk about the middle child. Like there's a middle child syndrome or something like that. So there may be something to being the middle child. You're not the baby. You're also not the oldest. So maybe you feel like you're, I don't know, excluded
There is something to birth order that is true. Like this is the funny questions, but there really is a lot of research on birth order and how that affects your personality and your traits and all that. So anyway, the youngest.
Okay, the questions that the youngest in the birth order Googled.
Why is the youngest child the favorite?
What a problem to have.
Because it teaches you to manipulate your parents' emotions.
That is not an official answer, by the way. That's just the funny answer. But they actually talk about an ego. I'm going to look up why I'm the favorite.
Why? Well, or that's the oldest child saying why, or the middle child saying, why is the youngest always the favorite?
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean? Like these are like different people.
How about why is the youngest child always spoiled?
Refer to question 1. Why is the youngest child the favorite?
Because it teaches you to manipulate your parents' emotions.
And why does the youngest child get away with everything?
Everything.
They do get away with a lot more than the oldest. And I will tell you as a parent, when you have your first child, everything is new, right? And you're trying to do everything just right, like everything perfectly, and you're stricter, and you just want this child to, thrive. And then you realize, okay, you know what? This is not gonna. This is the little things, you can't sweat them. So when the next one comes along, it's like, you're fine. You're fine. Go ahead and crawl on the coffee table.
A video about that, and it was they showed. It was just the oldest and the youngest, or the people with 2 children. It was like, here's the oldest child falls down and scrapes their elbow. Oh my God, let me take care of that for you.
Yeah, it's true.
And then it's like when the youngest child scrapes their elbow, it's like, rub some dirt on it.
Get up, you're fine. It's going to be fine.
Okay, how about the top questions that people Googled about only children? because we there's a birth order, only children.
Yeah.
They're the oldest, the middle, and the youngest.
Why are only children weird? People are Googling that. So here's what I imagine the scenario is. Maybe you're dating someone that's an only child. Maybe you're friends with someone that's an only child. And you're like, something's not right. Like, why are only children so weird? Well, it's because their best friend was the cat.
Again.
This is a funny answer.
This is not Jen Pirak saying, why are only children weird?
I'm just reading the funniness.
Here's another one. Why are only children so sensitive?
Because they didn't have an older sibling to pound on them.
Probably accurate. I didn't hit my sisters or.
Oh, I bet you did, Curt.
Okay, I did. Send them to the hospital a couple times on accident.
You did?
We were playing on a swing set, and
you pushed them off.
Perhaps.
Oh, you bully!
Hey, there were no witnesses.
Now this is the why are only children spoiled? That's obvious. It's because there's zero competition for any attention.
I can't help but notice, I think you're a little jealous about being an only child. And you're like thinking, maybe I should have been an only child.
No, I'm glad I had a sister. Because I had someone to pound on. Actually, she pounded on me.
That's right. And you should say I have a sister because had insinuates that.
Oh, I do have a sister. Yes. I have a sister.
I'm glad I had a sister.
I have one full biological sister.
Okay.
And then one half brother, one half sister. Right. From my dad remarrying.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's still the same. Birth order could still apply here.
Yeah. I think that it's really more about like you're living with them. Oh, this is so fun. I saw this on my friend. I'm going to give her credit. Heather Bruggeman.
Yeah.
She is, I know, I've known her in high school and she was always so funny, but she posted this and you're like, oh, I've seen this before. So this is not a new thing. And this is the first time that I have seen this.
But it's still super fun.
It's super fun.
It's that thing where people are saying they're taking like band names and then they're using a reference to the band or the band song. The example that you could use, why don't you go ahead and do that? This explains it perfectly. Okay,
so slept in my Eagles t-shirt and woke up in Hotel California.
But
slept in my Led Zeppelin t-shirt and woke up dazed and confused. And then the little meme says, keep it going. So then you're supposed to comment, like, slept in my Duran Duran t-shirt and woke up to a new moon on Monday.
I love
these.
This.
Slept in my Madonna t-shirt and woke up like a virgin.
This person says slept in my Beatles t-shirt and woke up to Penny Lane.
Slept in my Boys to Men shirt and woke up at the end of the road.
Wow. Now, are we gonna have people chime in on this?
Well, I mean, of course you can if you want.
You may have done
this
already, but we're dying to hear yours. Like, I slept in my Steve Miller shirt and woke up flying like an eagle.
Go down a little bit. There's more. Okay. There's some other funny ones here. Slept in my Jimmy Buffett shirt and woke up in Margaritaville.
Slept in my Bruce Springsteen t-shirt and woke up in Jungle Land. That's a pretty deep cut, but yeah, that's a song by him.
This one I had to think about. Slept in my Beach Boys tee and woke up in my room.
In my room, yeah.
That's the song that they sing.
Went to sleep in my Taylor Swift t-shirt and woke up in exile at the Black Dog with the smallest man who ever lived. I'm going to assume that those are all Taylor Swift songs I've never heard of.
I know. I've never heard of those ones either.
Well, how about slept in a Green Day t-shirt and woke up in paradise?
Well, I like this one. Slept in my Bryan Adams t-shirt and woke up in the summer of '69.
Pick a few more that make you giggle.
Okay, wait. What? Let me see. Slept in my Beastie Boys t-shirt and woke up with my right to party.
There you go.
Let's see. Where's some?
How about I wore my Def Leppard t-shirt to bed and woke up? No.
With only one arm? That's not the spirit in which we're doing this. No.
It could be I wore my Def Leppard t-shirt to sleep and I woke up with sugar on me or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
I know it's bad, but it's better than I woke up with only one arm. See, the drummer, forget it.
Wait, what was the AC/DC one? I slept in my AC/DC t-shirt and woke up on the highway to hell. They're just fun. Like, I'm trying to think of my own, but I can't think of one right off the top of my head. Do you have one?
No. Well, there's some very good ones in here. Nope. We just listened to Depeche Mode. It was because that was a deep one.
I can't think of one. Why can't I think of one?
I slept in my Depeche Mode t-shirt and woke up as a personal Jesus.
I slept in my Bee Gees t-shirt and woke up staying alive.
There you go. Do we want to go with that and have people offer that, or do we want to go with this next thing?
No, I want to do with this next thing because people can just comment on this if they want.
This is Curt saying, I want to hear I woke up on my t-shirt stuff, so I think that's fun.
Okay.
So feel free to offer that up. We'll talk about that more tomorrow. We'll say your suggestions back on there.
Comment on that on whatever platform you're listening on, because you can make a comment if you're listening you could comment at any point. Just be safe if you're listening in the car. Wait till you get to your final destination. This is what I want people to comment on.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
How many houseplants do you have, and do you name them and talk to them?
This is because your friend, was it Lori or no?
No, Lori and Glenn have 55 plants in their house, and Lori was telling me it takes her over an hour to water all of them, and she has this app on her phone that lists her plants and their names, and then it's like the schedule of hydrating them.
Wow.
I mean, it's mega. She is like very serious. She has names for her plants.
Not the name of the plant, like this is a hydrant or whatever.
Well, on her app she has the name, but this is
Fred.
And she had 3 new plants sitting on her coffee table, and I was like, can I name them? And I got to, and I'll tell you them tomorrow.
Okay, so
let me tell you one of them from another. Like, there's 3 on the coffee table, and then there was some on the the window seal.
Okay.
And she's like, well, these are Laverne and Shirley right here.
Okay.
And then there was one in the middle of Laverne and Shirley, and it was
squiggy?
it was like kind of a squiggly plant, and I'm like, well, that has to be Squiggy then, and she named him Squiggy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Laverne and Shirley. I miss that show. In Happy Days. Squiggy. Hello.
But you guys have a lot of plants.
I don't know if Dana has names for them or not, but typically we'll name them things based on how they look. Like, well, wait, I need to put some water in Bluey or whatever. If it's a blue flowers or
okay.
Whatnot. So I will find out if there's actual names like Steve.
And how many? How many? And do you name them?
Youngest sister Terry, she does have Steve, and I think Steve is a lime tree. Anyway, because she's in Florida and they've had so many hurricanes that a couple of Steves didn't make it. So now she's on this is Steve number 5. So
there was Steve Jr. and then there was Steve the 4th, Steve the 5th?
Yes, I believe that is the case. There have been several Steves, but I don't know if she has names for her other plants. We want to find out what your names for your plants are.
Give us some of the funny names, and do you can you beat Lori's 55 plants?
That's a lot.
It's a lot,
each
right?
with a name. There's a good thing she has an app for that, because
there's an app for that.
Because I could keep maybe 3 names straight, and that'd be about it.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for listening. Hopefully you've learned a little something new listening to us and been a little bit entertained. I mean, I was entertained.
Fun. Yes, you were. You know what? Hey, I lost all of them. What am I supposed to say here? You wouldn't understand.
Oh, right.
Sorry, you wouldn't understand.
I already forgot them. Oh. My brain. Are you kidding me?
It's our brains, by the way. It's not that big of a deal.
All right. You're trying your best here, Curt. You're trying your best.
Thank you.
Right. Do your best for real.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I totally, my brain fog is terrible.
Spread joy.
Find joy. Spread kindness. Oh. No, I already forgot. What is my problem right now?
You have to have it written out in front of you?
No, I shouldn't
Make good decisions.
Make good choices. Find joy, spread kindness. That's what it is, and I didn't even have to read it.
Thank you.
Crying out loud.
We'll talk to you tomorrow.